welcome to Project Arrow the demo, a first time demo on the channel. Welcome to Demo Haven, the first video of many, we hope. My name is Jed, and welcome. Project Arrow is a demo of a soon to be full release game from the independent game studio Port Hope Games, made by and founded by two friends, Zael and Hikaru, hailing from Brazil. And this is a game where you use your bow to solve puzzles, avoid traps, defeat interesting and cool bosses, and enjoy some cool music along the way in a 2D platformer environment. So let's jump in and see what happens along the way. Starting out, we can see on the selection screen that we have a little character by the name of Cat. That will be our main character. We have the option of playing Aloy as well, with many other characters to be picked from in the full release game, I believe, as well, that you can go through and unlock. But we'll go back to the start and we'll go with the default character just so you can see how beautiful this character design is and the way it plays throughout the game as well. So we're going to step out on level 1 of the Mystic Forest. And the music changes. A bit more tranquil, but nicer, I believe. Just an early onset of a tutorial. Very easy. Nice silhouette. Not introducing too much to the player at the start, but then stepping into the spotlight. And as you can see, that beautiful character that I so highly put on a pedestal. Just think it's so cute and just very simple, but yet so effective. And the sounds as well, just easy to the ears, easy to play, easy to be calm, easy to continue without having any sort of concerns. Now, as I said, it is a game with a bow, so I'll pull out my bow now, and we're shooting these platforms. As we see, are these lights, and these allow us to open these gates or portals, whatever you wish to say. And then we're just using our jumping ability to get up and progress throughout the level. Now, moving forward throughout the levels, you will see that there is a gradient in some of these walls, and if you shoot them, they open up. And it allows you to see certain areas that you may not have seen before. And allows us to grab those balls of yarn, which acts as a special achievement, I believe. Allows us to get extra stars when we're trying to complete more of the level, which I'll show you in a second. We're just running through the levels, and we're just trying to get to certain parts, and I think I'm just trying to get through as fast as I can. But just quickly jumping before this halo, you can see that there's 3 stars underneath the little cat icon, and that's the 3 stars of each level. I've only gotten ever to two stars, and still trying to figure out the 3rd one. So if anyone knows, or if there's any developers in the game chat, please leave a comment below. That'd be great. And give us a like while you're at it. Just support the channel. It'd be amazing. But let's progress. Let's keep going through. And let's try and keep going, not as fast as we can, because obviously we still want to enjoy the level and see the game design. But still have all the fun within the whole game and the whole demo itself, because really with demos, I think sometimes people play them a bit too fast. And that might make me a little bit of a hypocrite, because I am running through most of these levels. But just trying to take in the appreciation of the design, the artwork, the play style, and just overall the beauty of the game. I'm not gonna lie, 2D platformers are not really my style of game, and something that you wouldn't usually see me play. As I get older, I am sort of playing more and more of these, I would say, though. And I am sort of playing games that are more comforting, so to say. Things that I can sort of put down, put on pause, and just play whenever I can, you know, around my adult responsibilities. But when I've got some downtime, usually you can usually find me playing a game like this or making a video for the channel or something like that. Just something that really calms me down. So just nothing too strenuous or stressful. So I'm on the other side for this one. I forgot about that. Now I still want to get over here because I want to shoot on this side, and I want to get down on this and then jump over this, making sure I don't hit any of the red. And then I want to get up into this secret part here. And then I think there's a spot right here. And I have to make sure that the timing is correct on this, otherwise can be a little bit tricky to get to as well. And then we're doing a trajectory shot here as well, so just trying to get over this. And previously it has taken me a while to do so, but that's going to get me just there, right on the edge. And that's going to get me my 2 stars as well. So now we're introduced into platforms, moving platforms, which aren't anything too hard to sort of get your head around. But it's just more so the more moving parts. I think the difficulty counter sort of comes in and makes a little bit more of a thinking process. So you can move while the platform's going. I'm just trying to get this so that way I can move down and get it. Now, one thing as well to mention, these orange platforms, the scaffolding, whatever you want to call them, you can't move down, so you can only move up. So with that, I couldn't go here and then move back down. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's game design flaw or what's to go, but yeah, you do have to make that jump from the falling ledge as we do move on in terms of the level. And then this one is a moving platform, and make sure that I get the stone which is in my way. And then you can also make this jump, but you don't need to. You can just run forward and continue throughout the level. But how's your day been? How are you going? What's going on for your week? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me something that's, you know, going on in your life right now, or hey, talk about this game. Have you seen this game before? Have you played this game before? Is it something that's been on your radar? Has it been on your wish list? I know it's on my wish list. You know, I've played a bit of this game already, you know, I'm not gonna lie. There's been a few takes of this game. But yeah, I'm loving everything about it. You know, the developers, they do their own music, they do their own storyboards, they do their own art style. You know, everything's generated by them, and everything can be seen on their Instagram as well. So everything's sort of, if you need to have a look, I'll leave a link in the description, but you can check it out for yourselves. They go through the whole process and they show the whole storyboard throughout. And yeah, I think it's just it's worth checking out an independent studio, and yeah, and then going from there. And then in this scenario, it is actually quicker to kill yourself, and then rather than jump the platform. So if you are thinking about sort of speedrunning this game in the future, that's a little tip I would say. I mean, you would have probably worked that out pretty quickly, but yeah, it's just a little handy tip for you. And those aqua sort of areas that you can see right here with the glow worms or the glow bugs in them, you can't actually enter these areas at all. Your bow can in terms of the arrows, but in terms of slowing down and allowing you to get 2 shots in a timely manner, but the character itself cannot move through this area. So we're just going to replicate that. Oops. And that's going to get us through that. Onwards and upwards. Then don't miss this one down here. Back over. Up this, and then get up here. And onwards and upwards, as I say. Through into progression. Oh, that's not going to get me, so I need to do a progression shot. And continue throughout the level as well. This one's going to be a projectile. Oh, that's probably going to be too far. That probably will get me. Oh, okay. So this one can be a bit weird. See, the shot on the left here actually triggered the hitbox of the pressure plate. So I think it's just something the devs need to look at a little bit. That hitbox might be a bit too big. Oh. Okay. Let's get there. Oh. And just a bit movement, a bit too tricky on that. Oh, that should be there. Good, got it there in the end. Wasn't too hard. 2 stars. I was a bit worried there. I thought for some reason I missed a space. Now this one's a little bit interesting as well. It's sort of a you don't want to hit the top bit. You're just trying to get it so it does that, but this bit, like this one that's coming down, and bang. Wasn't too hard. It's definitely taken me a lot longer in previous runs, and now this one's a bit of keep your eye on and what needs to be done at the same time. And so then this one will go, whoops, on that. Oh, and then I remembered from last time that there's this. Oh, but the same thing as what I was talking about before is you can't go down on these scaffolding, so you kind of need to fall while jumping up, so that way you don't fall down into the red spikes. Continue along. Oops. Now, last time I did this, I found out that you could actually fall quite gracefully and hit and sit on top of the pressure plate. So that was something new I found out. Go through here. And actually, you want to hit this one before the pressure plate comes, because it actually has no downside to it. And then through there, and then you're better off just jumping onto that platform and doing it that way. No point in doing it on the platform. The platform doesn't register sometimes in terms of the arrow. And now we're introduced to a new mechanic, and this is the crumbling stones. Just a timed platform that does destroy itself after a while. A good little element and a good little animation to see in the game. And we'll go back through here. And we'll go that one. And then we move into a space where we must use the stone platforms as well as a moving target. Not so much the pressure plate moving, but just more so us moving in terms of the sort of in midair, and then timing the stone that respawns and coming back. And 2 stars again. Similar mechanic to before, just not as high. So we want to sort of, and then this one is harder because we have to make it to the top, and then oh no, that's not going to get it. Back down we go. Is that going to get us there? Nope, that's not going to get us. That should get us. And there we go. Nice. Fairly simple. Lasers. I love lasers. Trying to speed this run, make it a little bit faster. Oh, die if I speed run that. That's another thing. You don't actually need to hit the arrow with, like, so the point head, like the arrowhead. You just need to sort of get the arrow to hit somewhat, so it can rebound off the wall, it can slide into it. It doesn't actually have to do anything. It doesn't actually have to hit it directly, which is, yeah, I think a cool mechanic. I don't know if I love it. It might be a bit easier at the start, and It might be better later on if it progressed to where it didn't need to. It needed to be sort of arrowhead or the point of the arrow. But yeah. And then here you need to watch out because you'd rush normally and then you'd die, which happened to me multiple times. But we continue. We push ahead like always. And then we move to a bit of a trickier level. Nothing too strenuous, but just a bit more thinking to be going on. And then put that. And it would be good if later on sort of make it harder, sort of say, in terms of saying turning the trajectory lines off. And yeah, that would be, and using just the arrowhead to sort of point where you need to go, instead of having those sort of guidelines as well. I think that would be fun, and I think it would be a cool option to sort of turn off in terms of people making it harder for themselves. But that's up to the devs. That's up to what they want to do. It's only a opinion of the game, of what I've played so far, and what I'm loving so far. And so close on that one as well. And going through to the next level. Alrighty. Me and this game have fond memories of this level, and I'll show you why in a second. It's nothing to do with the lasers. It's to do with a mechanic of the game that didn't affect me at the start, and then I did a playthrough, just trying to test the game, and it royally screwed me over multiple times, where I had to restart the level on more than one occasion for sure. But you know, I'll show that to you in a second when I'm done dying, of course. But let's jump in, and for some reason I'm not having much luck with the platforms today. And this is not the part that was royally screwing me over before. Oh, why is this level just not having much luck with it? And there we go. Definitely second guessing myself about that one. And it's not the hardest platform to get. It's actually quite easy, so yeah. But coming up here, this is where we got stuck last time. So the boulder has to drop and has to block the laser. But as you'll see in a second, the boulder has a chance of rolling over and you not being able to get past the level. I'm going to do that, and we're going to write it down, and we're going to go over. So before, as you would have seen, or see in a second, the boulder can actually roll over and block this gap here, meaning that you're stuck on the right hand side of it and you can't get out. So great bit of fun there. Righty, pushing on back to the platforms. Righty. Didn't think about that one for a second. And running and jumping. And leading through into the what looks like cobwebs, I would say. Yeah. I don't know if they're... Sometimes there's a spider lurking in the background, but he could be coming up as well. Yep, there he is. Right on time. Right on cue. Oh, the leaves are a cool effect. I haven't had those before. But I think that's a cool little animation. And get the leg. Do a few celebration jumps. Probably getting a bit too cocky of myself. Jumping out of the way at the last second. And moving ahead. And then up. That leg. And we'll do this last one as well. Nothing too hard for the starting boss. Nothing too hard for the the demo boss, of course, as well. And then there he goes, he falls down. And we follow down to the deep dark depths of the underground. And we shoot this. And onwards we go. With Mr. Disabled Spider, or Mr. Handicapped Spider. He's very crippled at the moment. Dragging himself along. And then we'll have to use the platforms here, because I think we're a bit too high for that. And we have to make sure we hit this, otherwise we're not going to get through. Mr. Spider goes a bit higher. Looks like he's going to get us, but not in this case, not in this scenario, not in this situation. And the music changes. Sounds like when you're at the beach, the ocean. Nice and calm. Calming sound in my eyes. And it looks like we're in a sort of a crimson forest. Nice and... Oh, and the music returns. And so does Mr. Spider. But hopefully we say goodbye to you. Ciao. We'll see you again, probably. And moving into what looks like the Red Oasis. And now we're on a weight platform. 5 kilo. It's nice. Oh, a bit too high. And then the arrows seem to be 1 kilo each, which would mean that I would be very strong, having unlimited arrows. But yeah, you can just spam here, and that gets the level gate pretty quickly done. And the music fades out. And we're back with our cute character. He's doing a little bob. And we're transported. Playing with the little kitty. Playing what looks like a Nintendo 64. You know? Playing the game. Having as much fun as we did with this demo. It looks like there's still a little bit left to go. But we'll just make our way through this. The old retro TV that flickers. Just have like the AV ports. Good times, good times. And now we're stuck. Stuck in the bottom. We'll shoot the balloon. Oop. There we go. Thanks for playing. That was a beautiful demo. I love this game and I love playing it. And I can't wait for the full release to be announced. I'll put the link in the description for the game. Go and play it for yourself. Go and wishlist it as well. And support an independent studio for a game that has so much potential and so much love for myself. And thank you for stopping by to Demo Haven. First video of many, I hope. And I've loved to have you here, and thank you for watching. Give us a like or a comment. And if you think the content's good, then, or a subscription would be great as well. We hope to see you again. And thank you for watching Project Arrow. Goodbye, everyone.